And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Starting out with satellite imagery. Out here to the west, you can see a lot of clouds here coming down out of the Russian Far East associated with a low pressure area that's going to drop into the northern Bering Sea here later tonight and tomorrow. And over the eastern part of the state, a lot of clouds here with a band there across Kodiak Island and showers up here along the western Alaska Range from northeast Bristol Bay on up through the Kuskokwim Valley, in close to the Fairbanks area, and then on up to Arctic Village, all the way out to the eastern Arctic coast, and clouds here over the southeast coast. Next system down here to the south starting to push up, and it'll bring more rain after a break this afternoon, and tonight it'll bring more rain in. Actually, will bring rain in tonight quite rapidly, comes up, and more of a intermittent showery condition in the north, but it'll become a steadier rain with increasing winds, gale force winds coming into the south coast. And here for tonight, south central Alaska on up in toward the Tanana Valley, clouds and showers from the Kuskokwim Valley eastward into Prince William Sound. Farther to the north, that begins to mix with rain and becomes just plain snow for the Brooks Range out to the eastern north slope. And then this system out to the west here, dropping down out of the Russian Far East here, coming almost due south with the front spreading precipitation into the Bering Sea, but probably won't make it to Shimei and Attu there. Stays dry with light winds over the eastern Aleutians right up into the southwest interior, and also dry over the western part of the state, but some increasing chances of moisture here for the Seward Peninsula associated with this and that southwest flow. And for tomorrow, that low sinks farther south, just west of St. Matthew Island, right about there. Southwest flow here to the east of that system, picking up some shower activity and cloudy skies that should push into the southwest coast. With more persistent, steadier precipitation, here will be St. Lawrence Island up into the western Seward Peninsula area. Not quite making it to the northwest coast. Partly sunny, partly to mostly sunny over the western interior. Still some lingering showers, but not really too much there for the Brooks Range and the eastern north slope. And again, along this trough axis, showers in the afternoon, or showers, and then afternoon isolated scattered thunderstorms here along that trough axis, possibly down into the Talkeetna Mountains. Areas of light rain and showers, eastern Kenai Peninsula up into Turnagain Arm there, possibly the Matanuska Valley and Prince William Sound. And wet day Friday for the southeast coast there again with the heaviest precipitation over the central and southern areas. And then for Saturday, it becomes lighter amounts of rainfall here for the southeast coast with kind of a more showery condition on and off to the precipitation of the couple of weak troughs sliding east-southeastward on the north side of some higher pressure that's centered down off the chart there. And a weak trough here will kick off some showers and isolated thunderstorms over the southeast part of the state here, right down to the Kenai Peninsula. Partly to mostly sunny, southern Cook Inlet, Kodiak Island. And then this next system here to the south, or coming up from the south, this one starts to drift westward and weaken a little bit there, and the front breaks up here as this much stronger system pulls northward. Gale force winds coming into the Alaska Peninsula on Saturday with rain becoming heavy at times in some locations. Few scattered showers along the southwest coast, maybe the Seward Peninsula area, dry over the western Bering Sea and the Aleutians with lighter winds. Arctic fronts swinging southeastward, just clipping the central and eastern Arctic coast. Definitely will see a pickup in the winds there and a little bit better chance for some snow, partly to mostly sunny over the interior. And for Sunday, that front out of the picture now, so it dries out and clears out for the Arctic coast. Pretty good conditions in the interior, a little warmer and sunnier. Of course, that means it'll be warmer, and even some partly sunny skies into the Copper River Basin. Southern Alaska, though, a different story. This front swinging up, increasing those southeast winds again across south central Alaska and the normally windy areas. There, Turnagain Arm, for example, and the mountainous terrain, of course, with increasing rain here, wet for Kodiak Island, right on up into southern Cook Inlet. Periods of rain, Homer, Seldovia, Anchor Point right up into Seward, and of course wet for Prince William Sound, especially western Prince William Sound, Whittier into Portage, but probably staying dry with that downsloping southeast wind here for northern Cook Inlet on up into the Matanuska Valley. Could see some pretty gusty winds again, anywhere from 30 to maybe as high as 45 miles an hour. Anchorage International Airport, Palmer area, much like today. And not too bad here for the southeast coast, ridging in over the area there. Partly sunny skies here. Over to the east and north, still a chance of a shower or two left around. Otherwise, out to the Aleutians here. Trough swinging around the south side of this center as it pulls northwestward into the central Bering Sea, bringing some showers to Adak and Atka into the eastern Aleutians. Gusty winds and rain for the Pribilof Islands. Lows for tonight in the teens to mid-20s here from the Brooks Range out to the Arctic coast. And 40s, 30s and 40s here for central interior. 20s out to the west, upper 20s there along the Yukon Delta coast. And St. Lawrence Island, near freezing for the Pribilofs, upper 30s near 40 for the Aleutians, and in the 30s for the Alaska Peninsula, 40s across southern Alaska and the southeast coast. Highs for tomorrow, really struggling to reach 60 here, except for Eagle, may get up into the mid-60s. Otherwise in the 50s, cooling into the 40s out toward Kobuk there in the Kobuk Valley, and then down toward Tanana, around 50 for McGrath. Otherwise in the 40s, cooling into the upper 30s to near 40 along the southwest coast, and highs in the 50s for the southeast coast. And then for the lows, down into the lower to mid 40s here, south central Alaska, west of the Alaska Range in the 30s, all the way out to Nunivak Island and into the Bering Sea actually, with 20s there for the Arctic coast, north slope areas, maybe some teens as well on the north slope, and 40s, as I mentioned, southern Alaska and the Panhandle. Highs, again, 60 to maybe 65 there in the interior, but probably lower 60s at best in that area, and 50s back to the west, upper 30s for St. Lawrence Island, and a little milder up here for the Arctic coast, lower or into the 30s there, and mid to upper 30s for the north slope, and highs again in the 50s for the Panhandle.